Hello everyone, welcome to Radiance Creation online training. This video, what I'll be showing you is how to make our bright fascinator. So it's a white fascinator that we're going to be using all these materials you're seeing on the table. It is simple to make because I already have my already made base here. So I bought it like this from the market and I bought it 1 4. So I don't want to stress myself more than again, and not because I only don't want to stress myself making another mold because I don't have paper mat, or let me say princess mat, in the store. So that is why buying it and also buying stuff now will cost me much. That is why I just bought this ready made and I have it 1 4. I bought it 1 4. So it was ready made. So when I bought it, it was not that thick. It was very light and I did not really like the way I bought it. So I have small siftener at home. I added water on it and I use it to apply just as if I just molded it. I apply the siftener on it and I dry it. So by the time it dried, it comes out thick. So enough siftener on your mold determines how it's going to come out. Even if you are using a cinnamon and you don't apply enough siftener on it, it won't really come out the way it's supposed to come out. It might not be thick the way you want it. So that is why I'm saying this so that you will be able to know how to work on your mold. I also have a bed gauge net here. I'm having 1 yard here. It is advisable to use 1.5 yard or something more than 1 yard to give you, though this 1 yard will still come out nice, but it is advisable to use 1.5, and per yard is 600 and some sell is 700 naira. I have my Alice band there. I bought this 200 naira. I have the reason calling all this price so that you'll be familiar with it. And I will be using this my rose flower. I bought it 100 naira. One is 100 and I have two here. My big sister's gum. This is 500 naira. Needle and thread, scissors, and also these are optional. I don't know yet, maybe I'm still going to use it. This is a stone and this is I call it pearl, or I don't know, it just comes like this. Can you see? So I don't know, maybe I will still make use of that. And my hot glue, so I will also be making use of that. And this a small piece of cloth that I'll use to cover my Alice band after sewing it or gluing it. Alright guys, let us get started. We are young. Now we don't have much thing to do on this fascinator, just a simple fascinator cover with bed gauge net and apply my and put my flower on it. So that is what my clients want. If you want to embellish your fascinator with different accessories, you can just go ahead to do that. Now I'm using this candle to burn my hot glue because there's no light here. So I'll first glue this. I'll apply my gum on it and I will glue it to this place. I will still go ahead to sew it. So why I want to sew it is because I will still cover this place with this. So I'm safe if I sew it. Do you understand? And it is good to sew it unless you are not cover any place here with something. If you are covering it with something, you are good to sew it. And if you are not covering it with something, if you just only want to use your hot glue to glue this always burn to the fascinator, don't burn it. Don't use your candle gum to burn, because if you burn it, you have a black spot on your fascinator and that will stain your fascinator. So it is good to use the hot glue, plug it and use it directly. So I will go ahead to sew it now and show you the way I'm going to sew it. Now you may want to ask that, since I know that I'm going to sew it, why did I glue it? I love to glue because when I'm sewing it's very easy. It's standing out so I can sew it directly. So while sewing, I will go inside Just look at the way I'm sewing. Even when you don't cover it with anything, you can just still work on this. So while going inside also, I'll move close to where I sew, where it comes out, so that the sewing will not be showing outside. And I will cross it over. I will cross it over. Can you see? I'll cross it over and go back here. Move very close to where I came out. That is how I'm going to do. I'll do it like 4 to 5 times just to make it firm to the fascinator. At the end of the day, you just see that where I sew is not even showing at the back of the fascinator. Now I'm done with the sewing. Can you see? It is very firm. Just make sure you sew it till you are satisfied. Now I will just use this small piece of material. You can use your bias, cut your bias into 2 or 3 and use it to cover that place. So this is a small piece of material that I'm going to be using. Let me see, maybe it's going to, yeah, it's okay. Hey, let me show you something. You know, I use my needle and try to sew it. Can you see that it is not that obvious? Yeah, even it is not obvious. So in case you're not covering it with anything, it's advisable to sew. It will make it last long. Now I will not be showing you how to do that because there's no light here. I will be using my hot glue to attach this to this. I'll apply the hot glue here and use it to cover that place. I know that is very simple. You are familiar with that. Now I'm going to set this aside and move on to the bed gauge net. You know, I told you I'm having 1 yard there, so it is good to use 1.5 for this particular design. Oh, that place. So now I'll gather my thread, put my thread and do a gather on the one at the one head of the queen the net, and you can just use your hand to do like this to bring it together, just like this. If you don't want to stress yourself using the thread, so the thread is just going to go like this, go through the hole, come out like this, like this, like this. Just pass it through it and gather everything. Now I've done it and gather it. I'm just going to use a thread to secure it. I'm using my thread now to gather it. You can also use your hand. I will be applying my gum, the P-Sisters on gum on it. You can use your hot glue. I'll just apply it where I sew it. I apply generously if you are using P-Sisters. Now after attaching the nail to the fascinator, just look for anything to cover this place. I've already said I'm going to use this to cover this place, so I'll be using the tool. I've applied my glue on it, so I'm going to use it to cover this place. So I'll be using hot glue. I will apply hot glue. I apply this system, but I don't like it on it. So I'll apply hot glue on it and use it to cover it and do it this way on it. Now the next thing to do now is to apply my glue on my stones and do it to embellish it. And our fascinator is ready. So I'll go ahead to use the stone to embellish it and show you the finished look. So in case you don't want to use a ready-made fascinator, you can just get your own mold, the mold that looks like this or any one that you want to use. Your cinnamon, your paper mat. Cinnamon is very costly now. Use princess mat or paper mat. You also buy your sifter and mold it the way you do mold your cap. And if you don't know how to mold, let me know so that I can send a video of how to do that to you, and you follow the procedure to make your molded cap. So if you don't want to buy molded, the ready-made one. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any question and you don't understand any part, just let me know so that I can explain better. Alright, bye. Bye.